TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. In the National League Central, the Cardinals took down the visiting Blue Jays 2-0. In other news from Toronto, first baseman Kendrys Morales is currently listed as day-to-day. He is dealing with a strained calf muscle. Looking at the standings, the Cardinals are in first place in the NL Central, and the Blue Jays are in second place in the AL East. The New York Mets allowed only 5 hits as they took down the visiting Braves 3-1. In other Metropolitan news, starting pitcher Noah Syndergaard will be out of action for a few days according to team reports. He's dealing with a strained pectoral muscle. In other news out of Atlanta, third baseman Adonis Garcia is listed as day-to-day, but is not expected to see any time on the DL. He's said to be dealing with a bruised shin. Right now, the Mets are atop the National League East division, and the Braves are in third place in the NL East. The Miami Marlins got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 3-1. In other Marlins news, relief pitcher David Phelps will not be in the lineup for the next couple of days. He is dealing with a strained lat muscle. As of today, the Phillies sit in fourth place in the National League East division, while the Marlins are in fourth place in the NL East. The Arizona Diamondbacks completed the long 4-game sweep as they made short work of the Padres 7-1. At the moment, the Diamondbacks sit in third place in the National League West division, and the Padres sit in last place in the National League West division. The Washington Nationals total 11 hits as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 6-2. Looking at the standings, the Rockies are in fourth place in the NL West, while the Nationals sit in first place in the National League East division. The Los Angeles Dodgers allowed 5 hits in the game as they dismantled the Giants 7-1. Heading into today, the Giants are atop the NL West, and the Dodgers are in second place in the NL West. The Boston Red Sox earned the 3-game series sweep as they defeated the visiting Yankees 6-5. Also in Yanks news, starting pitcher John Neese is currently listed as day-to-day. He's dealing with stiffness in his back. As of today, the Red Sox are leading the American League East, and the Yankees sit in fourth place in the American League East division. The Cleveland Indians knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got the home victory against the Astros 2-0. Right now, the Indians sit in second place in the AL Central Division, and the Astros sit in first place in the American League West Division. The Mariners got 12 hits in this one as they cruised to the win against the Tigers 11-3. Also in Mariners news, starting pitcher Hisashi Iwakuma will be out of action for a few days according to team reports. He's dealing with a pulled muscle in his leg. Looking at the standings, the Tigers are in last place in the AL Central, and the Mariners are in second place in the AL West. The Oakland Athletics amassed 14 hits in the game as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 6-0. In other A's news, third baseman Adam Rosales will not be in the lineup for the next couple of days. He's dealing with a bruised hand. At the moment, the Angels are in fourth place in the AL West, and the Athletics are in last place in the AL West. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Let's play ball. 3-3.
Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Looking first at the NL Central, Chris Young collected a total of 4 hits in the game as the Red Sox took care of the Cubs 3-1. John Lester was able to turn in a complete game performance while allowing only 3 earned, but still came away as the losing pitcher. The Marlins sent 3 balls into the seats as they sank the visiting Buccos 6-5. Also in Pirates news, starting pitcher A.J. Schugel is currently listed as day-to-day. He is said to be suffering from a pulled muscle in his back. The Braves pitched well, allowing 3 hits as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 12-0. Colton Wong had 3 hits in the contest, helping lead the Cards past Cincinnati 3-2. In other news out of St. Louis, starting pitcher Michael Wacha is listed as day-to-day, but is not expected to see any time on the DL. He is said to be suffering from a pulled muscle in his back. Anthony Rendon swung the bat well with 3 hits, leading Washington to a win against the Mets 3-2. In other Nationals news, catcher Matt Wieters will be out of action for a few days according to team reports. He's dealing with tightness in his forearm. The Colorado Rockies got a road win against Arizona 3-2. Also in news from Colorado, first baseman Ian Desmond is currently listed as day-to-day. He is said to be dealing with a sprained elbow. The Dodgers put together 10 hits total as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 5-3. The San Francisco Giants combined for 10 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Padres 4-2. The Orioles combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 2-1. In other Orioles news, Adam Jones collected his 1,500th career base hit in the game. The Tampa Bay Rays allowed only 5 hits as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 4-1. The win was their 5th straight as a team. The Tribe cracked 14 hits overall as they took down the visiting Mariners 8-3. More news from Seattle. Center fielder Leonis Martin will not be in the lineup for the next couple of days. He is dealing with a bruised arm. The Detroit Tigers combined to allow only 4 hits as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 6-1. Trevor May got his 3rd win this season, leading Minnesota past the Royals 4-1. The win was their 6th in a row. The Texas Rangers launched 3 home runs as they defeated the visiting Angels 8-7. Also out of Texas, starting pitcher Tyson Ross will be out of action for a few days according to team reports. He's dealing with a strained hamstring. In more Halos news, closer Houston Street is listed as day-to-day, but is not expected to see any time on the DL. He is dealing with a sprained neck. Jose Altuve was a major force at the plate with 6 RBIs as the Astros downed Oakland 9-2. And that's what's going on around baseball heading into today's action. Join us again tomorrow for more updates from around Major League Baseball.
Matinee baseball on tap for you on MLB Network, coming your way from historic Fenway Park in Boston. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Boston Red Sox. It's interleague baseball on MLB Network. Stephen Wright, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, he has really pitched well at home, and I don't know if it's the energy from the fans or he feels comfortable on this mound. However way you want to slice it, he's thrown well at home, and I think we'll get another good performance at home in this game.
Digging in now, Chris Bryant. Coming into this one, his season home run total tops in the National League.
Keep it rolling. Stay hot, baby.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pitch is high. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
We all know this team is struggling right now. They're on a losing streak, so when that's the case, sometimes you need to be a little bit more aggressive and try to put some pressure on your opponents. Stolen bases are a good way of doing that, so we'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for him right now.
Stay hot up there.
Stay hot. Here we go, kid.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Well, these Red Sox entering play here this afternoon, HR. They're on a nice little run, winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
Yeah, man, I mean, they're playing pretty good ball at home right now in this homestand. They're 4-0, 4 games, 4 wins. That's pretty good. But, you know, everybody's greedy. You're looking for that 5th in 5 games. Well, Matt, this is a situation in last night's game. They didn't do a very good job driving in runs. Now, in this game, you capitalize on it. You grow from your mistakes and be able to come back and deliver in this one here.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Come on, Megan. Stay hot up there, kid.
Here's another 1-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. But this is foul near the seats.
Hey, come on, big dog. Stay hot.
Now another 1-2. Oh, he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Moreland will have room there as he puts it away in front of the dugout for out number 2. Digging in to try it again, Chris Bryant. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the 3rd.
Hey, have her up like you can. Here you go.
First delivery to him on the way. And a strike as he waves through a knuckleball.
Hey, let it fly right here.
And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Dribbled up the line, but it gets foul. Now another 0-2. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. There to play it is Moreland, and there's one away. Here's Chris Bryant now. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
The windup and the 0-1. Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously.
And that'll bring up Devin Marrero. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Devin Marrero.
Line shot to third, and the side is retired. So 3 runs in the inning. Ready once again, Chris Bryant. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
Well, they're down a few right here, and I can get all over him for such a big swing. The bases are empty, and he takes a big power swing. But maybe he's trying to light a fire. He catches one and maybe gets him going. Hits the ball in the seats.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how long this will last.
9-6 the final tally in this one. Stephen Wright notches his 3rd win of the year as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. So that's a wrap for this afternoon. For Harold, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious Boston Red Sox. 9 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Cubs, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 29 minutes. Our Fenway Park paid attendance this afternoon, 36,298. We'd like to thank the Red Sox.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. In the National League Central, the Red Sox sent 3 balls into the seats as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 9-6. It was their 5th straight victory. D. Gordon collected a total of 4 driven in, leading the Marlins to a win over Pittsburgh 5-4. The Braves combined to allow only 4 hits as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 5-3. In other news out of Atlanta, starting pitcher Mike Foltynewicz is currently listed as day-to-day. He is said to be dealing with a sprained elbow. The Reds knocked out 12 hits as a team as they beat the Cardinals on the road 7-3. In other Reds news, starting pitcher Brandon Finnegan will not be in the lineup for the next couple of days. He's dealing with stiffness in his back. The Nationals allowed 5 hits in the game as they got the best of the visiting Mets 2-0. In other Metropolitan news, third baseman David Wright is listed as day-to-day, but is not expected to see any time on the DL. He's dealing with a pulled groin. The Colorado Rockies had 12 hits as a team as they got a road win against Arizona 6-5. The Dodgers tallied 5 home runs overall as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 9-2. Matt Cain earned the 3rd W of his season, helping the Giants push past the Padres 3-1. In other news from San Diego, left fielder Alex Dickerson will be out of action for a few days according to team reports. He's said to be dealing with a bruised shin. The Orioles took down the Yankees in the Bronx 3-2. The Blue Jays combined to give up just 5 hits as they beat the visiting Rays 10-2. In other Blue Jays news, first baseman Steve Pearce is currently listed as day-to-day. He is said to be suffering from a pulled muscle in his back. The Cleveland Indians totaled 11 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Mariners 6-4. In other Indians news, second baseman Jason Kipnis is listed as day-to-day, but is not expected to see any time on the DL. He's dealing with a strained finger. Miguel Gonzalez twirled a dominating complete game shutout on the mound, leading the White Sox to victory against Detroit 1-0. The Kansas City Royals snapped their 5-game losing streak as they grabbed the win over the visiting Twins 4-3. In other news from Minnesota, catcher Jason Castro will be out of action for a few days according to team reports. He is dealing with a bruised arm. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 3-2. The Stros grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 3-1. And that's what's going on around baseball heading into today's action. Join us again tomorrow for more updates from around Major League Baseball.
Well, it's not quite a nor'easter, but the rain's coming down pretty good here at Fenway Park in Boston. Tonight, interleague baseball, the first of 3 between the Chicago Cubs and the Boston Red Sox. It's interleague baseball on MLB Network. Eduardo Rodriguez, the Venezuelan left-hander, will be the man on the mound. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, this guy's not going to blow you away. He's a consistent major league pitcher. Look, his ERA last year a little bit over 4, but he takes the baseball. And he's a guy who's going to take his lumps, but he's going to keep coming back at you. And I think we'll probably see that kind of performance today.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. His matchup numbers with John Lackey. Comes in with 6 hits in 16 tries. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Therefore, it is Hayward now, 1 away. Now a chance here from Fenway to take a look at John Farrell's starting lineup card. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Yeah, when he's going good, there are very few guys as fun to watch as Hanley Ramirez. Last season, he had over 110 RBIs. That's an RBI machine. When you're driving in over 100.
Now batting, Jason Hayward. And he's looking to turn things around. Ice cold at the plate in recent action. First delivery to him on the way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Harold Reynolds, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Look out. They're starting to put it together. When you get to this territory and you start moving into a week of solid baseball, that's a club starting to come together, and I'm looking at one right now.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Right side, hit hard. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Batting 6th, second baseman, Ben Zobrist.
And he finally gets this one over for strike 1. His numbers against Eduardo Rodriguez, hitless in 3 at-bats.
Wait for a good one. Drive it, kid.
Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Payoff pitch on its way. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Hey, let her fly up there, huh?
Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away.
All right, time for a majestic defensive alignment for the Red Sox. And these guys can really defend. All you got to do is look at the error column. They're in the top 5 fewest errors in the league. They don't beat themselves very often. You're going to have to earn it to beat them.
Standing in, Kyle Schwarber, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year.
Kyle Schwarber.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir.
Hey, Steve, drive it. Let's go, big dog.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Again, he sends it out of play. No score here as we play inning number 2.
See it. Drive it. Come on, kid.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, you talk about fighting. He's fouling balls off, fouling them off in a 1-2 count. He finally took a ball right there. I wonder if he feels more confident or he wants to keep swinging.
A shot down the first baseline. And this is by Moreland and down the line. A fair ball. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Well, Matt, as you know, they haven't been scoring many runs lately. Maybe this is the catalyst to get things going for them and pull them out of this losing streak. That's a big RBI single for them early in the game.
Batting 8th, shortstop, Addison.
Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third. Stepping in, Wilson Contreras. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2.
Here you go. Let it fly right here.
In tight with the slider, 2-2.
Now that's that old school slider right there, trying to get in on his hands. We see that with a cutter a lot, but the slider's even more effective because you can't pick up the spin.
Set to deal on 2-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. On the run is Benintendi. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Cubs 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Digging in for his second at-bat, Jason Hayward.
Right fielder.
He reached on a single in his first try.
Come on.
First pitch on its way. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball.
Oh, big guy, steer this one.
And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
That changeup for the second strike right there is a great sign. When you're struggling like he has early in this game, you got to get in a rhythm. The changeup, off-speed pitches, all those put your mechanics in the right place to throw strikes.
And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Here's Jason Hayward now. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Right fielder, Jason Hayward.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Benintendi going back on it. Not quite out of here as it's off the monster. And he's going to make it. He's in at second base with a leadoff double. Here's Ben Zobrist now. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing.
Get a good rip on it, huh?
And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
Well, it's really raining hard here tonight. I tell you what, it is really going to have an impact on this game, too. I'm curious how it's going to affect the pitching more than anything else.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. 6th inning. 4-1 is our score. And this is fouled at the plate.
Hey, here we go, here we go. Hey, 1 pitch. Make it yours.
With another 2-2. Stopped on the slide by Rutledge. Not in time. A great stab, but this will be scored a base hit as the hitter reaches first without a play.
For the Cubs, left fielder.
Ready once again, Kyle Schwarber. Lifetime numbers against Thornburg. Hitless in 3 at-bats. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Oh, he brought it back. Digging in and looking for more, Addison Russell. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Ready with the 3-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1. So now we've got a battle on our hands.
Hey, let it rip. Let it rip.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. 1-2 now. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of it depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
So he chased out of the strike zone on that one. Wilson Contreras goes down for out number 2 in the top half. And this is going to be a foul ball. 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point.
Get your pitch, drive it right now.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
We can't hear it from here, obviously, but I think Someone in the dugout just yelled, "Wear it," because that could have been a run.
And look out as that gets him. So that's going to bring home a run.
Wow, he's not even being subtle about it. He almost hits him with the previous pitch, and then he actually does it with the next one. Going to be interesting to see if they seek revenge at some point.
Ready for another shot now. Hanley Ramirez. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Hanley.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Oh, and a fine play there as he ranges back to put this one away. Not an easy play by any means, and there are 2 gone. Striding in once again, Jason Hayward. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Well executed.
Digging in once again, Jason Hayward. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest.
Here we go.
He's set and the pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. He'll go to the bag for 1, but 1's all they get as the run scores.
Wow, that was a great job to rob him of an RBI single. Showed some great athleticism, and it winds up being an RBI groundout instead. Well, there's no doubt they've looked pretty inept the last 5 games. But they got the monkey off their back here with the win and are hoping to build on that now.
8-2 tonight's final. John Lackey gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 8 runs on 13 hits. 2 errors. They left 14 runners on base. For the Red Sox, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 18 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Fenway Park, 36,298. We'd like to thank the Red Sox Nation for their continuing support and remind you to please drive home safely. Good night.